Alright, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Yes, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakak Wadash. Double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Sanitation, food, and sincere Akim. We're going to rise up. The house of David shall rise. So, yes, man. Yeah, man, the place is overpopulated, man. This place is overpopulated. That's the feeling I get just being around people, you know. Probably because I've woke up to this truth, I'll probably it's giving me that feeling, like claustrophobic kind of feeling, really. You know when the scripture says that not to be unevenly yoked with unbelievers. You know, in its right place, we're too close to people. We're too close, man, to the heathens, man. When we're in our kingdom, we're gonna have space. We're gonna have breathing space. We ain't gonna have no heathens living next door to us, around the corner from us. You know what I mean? They're gonna be at far away, man. You know, that's why through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shemashah, they're culling the population. And I agree with that. Culling the population, getting rid of these sheeple. You know, and Yahweh Ratazar, if it was up to me, the only people that would be left would be the elect men of Yahweh Shemashah just on the planet. You know, I'm just talking in the spirit, man. You know, the elect men on this planet, we would this planet would flourish, just the elect men alone, man. If we could click our fingers like Thanos and just make all these people, all these heathens drop dead, the earth alone will flourish instantly it will flourish, because this place is under a curse, man. You know, that's according to Genesis 4, man. Place is made barren because of the wickedness of Cain. This place was made barren. The earth is not yielding its fruit. That's why they've got to supplement everything, supplement the earth, and over-process everything, over-process the food. Everything is polluted, man. It's all polluted. It's all this nasty. It's all vulgar. The food, the air, everything there has to be a switch. That Thanos switch, if you could just turn that switch right now and just do away with all the wicked, the heathens and the wicked of our own people, and change it up, man, I'll do that. You know, but that's just me speaking. Most High is the Father of time. You know, Most High is the Father of time, and nobody knows the day or the hour on the day when He shall return, man. Not even Yahushua knows that day or the hour, but you know, that's how it gets sometimes when you're just around these people, man. You see what they get up to. If you used to just watch their movements, vulgarness, nastiness, this place needs to go, man. Yahweh Ratazar, be prepared, Akim, for some strange phenomenons to start hitting the earth, man. You know, there was a cyclone over there in Mumbai. I think it licked about 90 people died. You know, there was a barge that capsized in India. You know, a lot of things are happening, man. Barges capsizing. About 50 people drowned, or they couldn't find them, whatever the case may be. Hurricanes erupting over there in let me catch a little let me catch up on some of these things that have been popping off, man. These things have been popping off. The Most High is not slow respecting His promise, man, but He's patient, man, desiring that we all should be saved. So yeah, search continues for 53 missing people in a barge collapse. Yeah. So these are the things that have been happening around the world. You know, the Most High is not slow respecting His promise. You can be sure He loves judgments, and judgments are in the earth. Just because we don't get them, hear of them all the time, they're happening, man. And we're positive of that. So yeah, this was in India too. A lot of judgments happening in India, man. Yeah, this one was 90 people dead after a powerful cyclone hit western coast of India. Things are happening over there in India. 37 of them died after a barge. 37 people died after a barge sank off the Mumbai coast in a cyclone. Yeah, not to mention all the they're talking about all the dead bodies that they're burning because they can't keep them in the hospitals, overcrowding hospitals because of the pandemic. You know, we know about the shooting over there in America. You know, there was a surge in shootings over there in America in April. Over 50 shootings. There's a whole heap of news. Can we keep up, man? Wildfires over there in Europe, Spain and Greece. Which they're struggling to contain. Yeah, the volcano eruption over there in Nyiragongo. Yeah, and they're talking about they're struggling to clean up the area. So there's all signs of the Most High's presence. Yeah, Matthew 24, all signs of the Most High's presence. It goes into it in all of the Gospels. And Luke 30, Luke 21. You know, when we start to see these things, and 38, rise yourself erect, man, knowing that your deliverance is getting nearer. So, you know, I'm just going to paraphrase a lot of these precepts, but I want to say to that, I can be prepared for some strange phenomenons. Strange phenomenons. I think there was a song called that, Strange Phenomenons. Something like a phenomenon, something like a, yeah, LL Cool J back in the 90s. Something like a phenomenon, yeah, something like a phenomenon. And someone else done something like, Hot Chocolate done something similar. It wasn't an illusion, no. Talking about UFOs, wasn't it? No doubt about it. No, that was in 1979. Hot Chocolate. It wasn't an illusion. It stood right there in front of me. It wasn't an illusion, no. So yes, man, I say that to say this. Start getting prepared for some strange phenomena in the earth, man. You know, because I can't say I'm surprised, but that chariot I saw a chariot just the other day, and you do see them, and I put up videos. You know, I'm not just going to keep on putting up videos of the same chariots all the time, but this one was out of the ordinary. It was a strange phenomenon, you know, and I sensed it didn't want to be filmed. It was a quick thing, too quick for me to film it. It just came, one came and as normal and flashed up and disappeared, you know, flashed out of the ordinary, out of nowhere, and disappeared. And another one come right after it, alongside it, to the right of it, and flashed with it in a kind of strange electrical flashing light. It was zigzaggy flashing light. It looked like lightning, but it weren't lightning because there was no thunder, there was no rain. It was just something like a phenomenon, man, as that song goes, man. It was a strange phenomenon. And I was sitting there, I was putting up my prayers and curses as usual, and I said, okay, okay, the Most High, you're here. Yahushua is here. I got the message. Fair and square, as bright and clear as day. And it's something that you can't explain to no one. You just know that the Most High was something. I'm just gonna let me read this precept. That was a strange phenomenon. You know, when you listen, if you understand what I'm saying, man, that song, that LL Cool J sung, something like a phenomenon. It was a strange phenomenon. It had an effect on me, man. So Exodus 3. I'm just gonna hit 1 and 2 precepts, man. Exodus 3, because this explains it well. Exodus 3 and 1 says, now Moses kept the flock of Jethro his father-in-law and the priests of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the mountains of God, even to Horeb, and the angel of the Lord appeared unto him. You hear that now? And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire. Right, I'm going to let it explain it better than I can. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush, and he looked, and behold, the bush burnt with fire, and the bush was not consumed. Right, this is all I needed. This is all I need, because sometimes you try and say things in your own word and you just get tongue-tied, man. But the scriptures does speak. And the bush, and he looked, and behold, the bush burnt with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burned. So that was a strange phenomenon, and he made him curious, and he wanted to find out more. And we know the rest of the story. That is where he was instructed by Yahweh Shemeshai to go and set his people out of bondage out of Egypt. But that was a phenomenon that he couldn't explain in practical terms. That was spiritual, that was out of this world, that was something like a phenomenon. And I just got that in my mind, that word just going around in my mind right now. Something like a phenomenon. And it wasn't an illusion. It wasn't an illusion. I wasn't drinking no wine or nothing like that. Let's bring another precept out. Right, let's bring out, this explains it too, this one here in Judges 13 and 6 says, yeah, for the story, let's catch up on this. Is clean the dust off this precept here, man. One of my favorite precepts, you know. One of my favorite role models as well, Samson. You know, I just wish he didn't have a weakness, that kind of weakness. Samson, why did you have to have a weakness like that? Strong as he was, man, he still had that chink in his armor. You know, he let the woman pull him up. That chink in his armor. You know, well, everybody has to have a kryptonite somewhere along the line, don't they? So Judges 3, but just bring out this for edification, for the point of edification, Akim. 6 says, then the woman came and told her husband, saying, a man of God came unto me, and his countenance was like the countenance of an angel of God, very terrible. I knew that wasn't that was out of this world, man. Yeah, very terrible. But I asked him not whence he was, neither he told me his name. Right, that's Samson's mother explaining to the husband, the angel that appeared. Let me read that again. Let me savor that one. Then the woman came and told her husband, saying, a man of God came unto me, and his countenance was like the countenance of an angel of God, very terrible. But I asked him not whence he came, was neither he told me his name. Whence he was, neither he told me his name. Jump down, because we've got the whole of the story, but we're going to just bring in this out for edification. And the 16, and the angel of the Lord said to Maha, though thou detain me, I will not eat of thy bread, and if thou wilt offer a burnt offering, thou must offer it unto the Lord. For Mahawah knew not that he was an angel of the Lord. Right. And Mahawah said unto the angel of the Lord, what is thy name? Then that when thy saying come to pass, we may do thee honor. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, why askest thou thus after my name, seeing it is secret? So the angels have that mystique about them, that mysteriousness. They keep that mysteriousness about them, that mystique. Yeah, you know, and it's very, very they don't appear to be angels. They can appear, they can transform, they can shape shift. You know, one of my favorite superheroes is Martian Manhunter. He's known for his ability to shapeshift and become invisible and time travel and do all kind of things, walk through walls, phase, and he's physically strong, and that's something that I can relate to as an angel when I explain an angel, which he was from another planet. And his original form, he appeared as a man, but his original form was like something very, very fearful, because he wasn't from this planet. He was actually an alien, you know, which Esau calls angels aliens. So I can understand. I put it like that, and he appeared as a dragon in his normal, natural form, Martian Manhunter. So let me the outcome of the story. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, Why askest thou my name in 18? Thus after my name, seeing it is secret. After it came to pass, when the flame went up toward heaven from off the altar, that the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame. I like that. Wow, that's beautiful. And it came to pass, when the flame went up toward heaven from off the altar, that the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame. When I think back to that vision, it wasn't a vision actually, but it was real, and it was just this weekend gone, man. Before, I think it could have been Monday night, Friday night, where I saw it, and it just appeared, and it says, this explains it, man. For it came to pass, when the flame went up toward heaven from off the altar, that the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame of the altar. Right, it was like a flame. That's the only way to explain, like an electrical flame, an electric, like a lightning flash, man. And Manoah and his wife, yeah, this is Samson's father and his mother. And Manoah and his wife looked on at it and fell on their faces to the ground. You see, that was an overwhelming experience for them. That was a phenomenon. It wasn't an illusion, you know, as the songs, both the songs mentioned. It was out of this world, something like a phenomenon, out of this world. So, and Manoah and his wife looked on it and fell on their faces to the ground. Let me read that one more time. For it came to pass, when the flame went up toward heaven from off the altar, that the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame of the altar. He ascended in the flame and he just disappeared. You see, that's just what we got to look forward to. Our power, what we got, our power that's backing us. Our military that's backing us. Esau's arrogant, boy, and Esau's all boastful and he was all overconfident with himself. That 60-minute documentary, when they was explaining it, you saw the look on their faces. You know what I mean? Those former Pentagon workers. What's his name? One of them was Ryan Graves, David Fravor, and Louis Elizondo. When they was explaining and trying to explain it in logical terms, what they've been seeing, the power that it has, the ability to maneuver without any kind of thrust or anything to thrust it, or any wings, just to maneuver like float in the air. I love to see the look on their faces. They was humbled, man. That was a humbling experience for them to see that. You know, some kind of expert military fighter pilot being able to maneuver jets and being able to be so arrogant and confident in what they are about, in their abilities, the power that they have in their Air Force, their US Navy Air Force. But they know it doesn't come nowhere near to the power of Jehovah Shemel Shai's angels, what the so-called UFOs or the unidentified aerial phenomenon can do. So they're pussy, they know they're pussy whipped. They know that they ain't got no chance, so they know they're gonna have to tap out. And they know by now that we are Yahshua's children, the princes of the power, the children of the angels, the brothers of the angels, and they've seen them. You know, Norman Big Run, the one that had a high secret, top secret pass among 25 others that was able to enter onto a certain place, aerial phenomena, Area 51, top secret pass, higher official, so-called credible witnesses. They've seen these things, but we've seen them, and you know, that's why the scripture says that we are not let me get it, man. In Jeremiah, let me finish reading this first, because for it came to pass when the flame went up toward heaven from off the altar, that the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame, and ascended in the flame. The angel of the Lord, they can disappear, they can shapeshift, they can be as fire, they can be as anything, they can appear through anywhere, through walls, shapeshift, man. You know, the flame of the altar, and Manoah and his wife looked on at it, and fell on their faces to the ground. They was bowled over. They couldn't believe it. So, man, there's a precept I want to bring out, man. Let's go to that precept. Just in the back of my head at the moment. Let me bring it to the forefront. Jeremiah. Right, saying, Jeremiah 10 says, Ye, the word which the Lord spoken unto you, O house of Israel, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. So we're not dismayed, man. You know, from the main man himself, you know, the young prophet Jeremiah. Be not dismayed at the signs of the heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. Yeah. Louis Alexander, Ryan Graves. You're dismayed, you're shook, you're frightened. To your boots, you're shook to your boots. David Flavors or Bravers, whatever his name is, all these former fighter pilots, man, for the US Navy. You're shook, you're dismayed. Yeah, but as it says there, for the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest. And so that's the point, man. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of the heaven. Leave that to them. Leave that to all those former military army fighters and all those over arrogant, over proud people that think that they got everything sussed. You understand? They think that they got everything sussed and worked out, and they can't pigeonhole the Most. You can't pigeonhole the Most High spiritual creation. These angels, so-called aerial phenomenon, which are the angel of the Most High. So yes, I was certainly edified when I saw that. I felt it in my bones. I felt it through my body. I said that wasn't no, and it wasn't no ordinary chariot. Let me say that too. That wasn't just no ordinary chariot. That was something like a phenomenon. So yes, man, we all had these experiences. A lot of the prophets had these experiences. Elijah, Elisha had these experiences. Moses had these phenomenons, and we're getting closer. So prepare your minds, Akim. Prepare your minds to start seeing some strange phenomenons, and I know you are. Keep praying, and we're not going to be shook. We're not going to be dismayed for what is about to come on the earth, because all our prophets, our forefathers, have seen them. We've been through it. Yaratazar. We are those men coming back. So I want to give our praises to Yahweh Shem Yeshua for giving me the spirit to do this video. Point is already made. We knocked the ball out the park. Be not dismayed. You know, all the heathens are dismayed and they're shook for the things that are about to take place on this earth. Yeah, the left hand side, there's a lot of demonic activity, but guess what? The right hand side is even stronger. So when they start coming with their foolishness, Isaiah 59:19 says the Most High going to lift up a standard. He's going to lift up a standard. When they're coming like a flood, the Most High going to lift up a standard higher than them, because we're superior to them. Deuteronomy 30, Deuteronomy 7:6 says we are far superior to them, and we make no bones about it. Yeah, we're above all nations, above this face of this earth. We're above you. So the water to your Shem Yeshua for giving me the spirit to do this video. Rise up, and I know you're rising up, house of David, and go down the wicked house of Saul, and everything the wicked have done to us, past, present, and future, is now falling upon their own head. It stood right there in front of me. It wasn't an illusion, no, no. No doubt about it.